Alright, so today we have a 2021 Chevrolet Blazer, and this Blazer is in the RS trim level, so it has the more sport and tuned suspension, the 21-inch blacked out wheels, the RS badging of course in the front and the rear. So overall, the RS is just an appearance package. It's going to drive the exact same as any other V6 Blazer, regardless if you have front or all-wheel drive. It's just an appearance package. And of course, I am at Moehn Chevrolet here in Jackson. I will have all of their information located inside of the description box, so please feel free to check out their information. And getting started, as usual, starting off the key fob, it is a traditional passive entry key that Chevy uses. There actually is a physical key in the inside in case the vehicle battery dies or the key fob dies. And you have unlock and lock, remote start, power liftgate, and panic. And on the back here, you do have, of course, the Chevy bow tie. And in order to utilize remote start, first you have to lock the vehicle, and then you press and hold the circular button for about 3 seconds. And the vehicle will start right up. The daytime running lights aren't actually flickering in person, that's just the frame rate of the camera. But coming up here, we do have the LED DRLs right here, and you do have actually a Chevy emblem right there that's inside of them. And walking down to the back of the vehicle, these are your daytime running lights back here that do come on as well when you remote start the vehicle. And in order to shut the vehicle off, if you don't want it to continue running, you just press and hold the button once more, and the vehicle does shut down. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the exterior lighting, and we will take a good and thorough look at the exterior. Alright, so starting off at the front here, our daytime running lights are on, and you do have your projector LED headlights right here, and down below you do have your turning signals. Now this particular Blazer is finished off in black metallic. There is no real special name for it. And then of course the RS gives you the blacked out grille and the blackout bow tie. This is probably my personal favorite SUV from Chevy, look-wise and everything. And the hoods, you can see the lines and the scoops, and everything is just very edgy. Speaking of edgy, this is the Ford Edge's main competitor, or one of the main competitors. And I think it looks a lot better than the Edge. And coming to our wheels, these are, of course, again, the 21-inch wheels. These are the same wheel style that you will get on the Blazer Premier, but this is just, of course, a blackened out version. And we do have the blacked out Blazer name on the sides. And then coming to our side mirrors, they are heating, auto dimming for the driver's side, blind spot monitoring in the mirror as well, both of them, and turning signals as well. And on all 4 doors, you can see we do have the passive entry buttons. And you do have rear tinted glass. And if you had any other color besides black, this right here, this would be black on any trim, but any other color, it would be like a floating roof design. And then you do have blacked out roof rails, as well as a black shark fin antenna as well, and a full panoramic sunroof. You see we do have the fender flares right here. Rear parking sensors. And right here you do have this sort of, it's supposed to be like a diffuser. And then this is the cover for the tow hitch right here. When properly equipped, this vehicle can tow up to 4,500 pounds. And we do have the dual tip exhaust back here as well. And on the back here, we do have our black bow tie and our RS badging right here, as well as Blazer and all-wheel drive, which is also blackened out. And so coming to our rear taillight components, again, these are your LED daytime running lights. This is your reverse light and your turning signal and brake light. These are going to be standard incandescent bulbs on every trim level. And coming to the side here, these are also illuminating, and you do have a Chevy bow tie there as well. And your third wiper back here, and third brake light up top on your spoiler. The Blazer does run on regular 87 grade gas. What we have here is the 3.6 liter V6. It is capless fuel design. And right here on the sides, you do have your marker lights right here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that 3.6 liter V6. So you can get three different engine options on the Blazer. The standard one is going to be a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. That makes roughly about the 190 horsepower range. Haven't gotten a chance to drive a 2.5 liter Blazer. The other engine that you can get is a 2 liter inline 4-cylinder that is turbocharged. And then the one that we have here, the most powerful, is this naturally aspirated 3.6 liter V6. This engine makes 308 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque, and that is made into a 9-speed automatic transmission. And again, when properly equipped like this one, you can pull up to 4,500 pounds. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of the Chevy Blazer, but before we do that, I'll go ahead and lock the vehicle. And I will place the key in my pocket. So as you can see, the doors are locked. So coming to our driver's door, if you press the button once, it will unlock only the driver's door, and pressing it a second time will unlock all 4 of the doors. But pressing it again will, of course, lock the doors. Now, if you come to any other door besides the driver's door, pressing the button will unlock all 4 of the doors. So, yeah. Alright, so coming to our driver's seat, this is an 8-way power adjusting seat with 2-way lumbar. And we do have the jet black interior, of course, this being an RS, and you do have the red inserts and red stitching. Alright, so when shutting the door, it does shut. It has that nice satisfying thunk when you shut the door. And it is pitch quiet in here. As soon as you shut that door, I-94 is right there. And as soon as I shut the door, it is pitch quiet. Alright, so in order to start the vehicle, it is, of course, a push-button ignition. You just have to make sure that the key is inside to press the brake pedal, and you press the button to start. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start from left to right, as usual. If I miss something, I'll probably go back to it, so it may not be exactly left to right, but I'll try to be as professional as I can. But starting on our driver's door, we do have our power door locks and our door handles, which is in a silver accenting, and you do have this nice piano black trim. It is not, well, it is piano black, but it's not like matte black. It's this polished, almost like it has like a metallic flake in it. I don't know if you can really see it in the sunlight, but it looks really cool. And you also have your 2-person memory seating right here. So it's like a husband and wife setup. So what you do is you just adjust your seat. As you can see, we do have the optional power steering wheel, and then you adjust your side mirrors, and you press set in 1 or set in 2, and it will remember your steering wheel, seat, and mirror positions. So in case somebody borrows your car. And right here you do, of course, have your power side mirrors and your power windows, and all 4 of them are automatic down. However, only the driver's side window is an automatic up, and you have this little cornering window right here. And then coming down below, this is your power liftgate control. So you do have maximum 3 1/4, and you can turn it off. And then pressing the button will open and close the liftgate. And you do have nice storage down below here as well, and right here. And the entire door, really, I mean, up here it's a little bit of a harder material, but right here and down below where you're going to be resting your elbow and grabbing, it's all very nice soft touch stitched leather. And then right here we do have our electronic parking brake. So to set it, you just press the button. As you can see, it says park brake set, and to release it, to press the brake pedal and press it again, and park brake released. And these are your gauge dimming controls, so you can brighten and dim your gauge with that little knob. Headlight controls, so we have automatic, turns your headlights off. You have parking lights and headlights, and of course high beams right here. You do also have auto high beams as well. GM calls that their IntelliBeam high beam system. And then you can switch that back to auto. And over here, of course, turning signals and high beams. And then right here we do have our variable speed wipers, and on the end of the stalk, that little dial right here, you can turn your rear wiper on. And coming to the steering wheel itself, it is fully leather wrapped, and you do have that nice RS red stitching that goes across the entire steering wheel. And this is the same steering wheel used in the Silverado and Tahoe Suburban. So you have your cruise control right here, as well as your heated steering wheel right there, and this is your forward collision alert with your adaptive cruise control. However, we do not have adaptive cruise control on this vehicle. And then right here we do have our little thumb pad to control our center screen right here. So we have our display for our speed, miles per gallon, average speed, trip A, trip B, oil life, tire pressure, timer, and then it goes back to there, or back to the speed. And as you can see, we do have the upgraded gauge cluster, and I will show you guys what the more basic gauge cluster looks like on the lower end trims. But our analog gauges are the RPMs and our fuel and engine temperature, but everything else is digital. And we do have the nice silver accenting that goes across the spokes of the wheel. This is a 4-spoke design wheel, and we have our airbag. And right here, this is the blackened out bow tie for the RS trim, and your horn. Coming to our center display, we do have our engine start stop button, and then this button right here was introduced in 2020, where now you can deactivate your auto start stop if you don't want that feature on. And then of course, your hazards. Right here, now, there is no lever to open up your glove box. To open it, you first have to press this button right here. And it is dampened, so it comes down slowly, and it is illuminated. And there's a generous amount of room in there as well. And then this button right here, of course, activates and deactivates your traction control. And if you press and hold it, it will enable and disable your StabiliTrak. Now right here, this is the 8-inch Infotainment 3 screen. They discontinued MyLink, of course. They call it Infotainment 3 now. It's, of course, in Buick and GM C products and Cadillac products as well. But the Escalade has its own unique infotainment system. But we have Sirius XM, AM, FM, hitting home, audio, phone, navigation, Wi-Fi, hotspot, users, and settings. So clicking on settings, we have an assortment of different settings. Applications, we do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that is wireless for the 2021 models. And vehicle rear seat reminder, what that is, if you open and close the rear seat 15 minutes prior or during a road trip, if you shut the vehicle off, when you do, it will let you know you need to check in the rear seat for a bag or a child or whatnot. Climate and air quality, collision detection systems, comfort and convenience. So you have adjust your chime volume, hands-free liftgate, and your reverse tilt mirror. Lighting, valet mode, and teen driver. And what teen driver will do, teen driver mode, it will actually track your teen's driving, how many times ABS has been active, forward collision alert, traction control, how many times they floored the vehicle. So when that gas bottle goes to the floor, it'll alert you, or it'll show it in the report card. And you can program a specific key fob as well to do that. And you have apps and OnStar. Climate, so you can control your climate through the screen if you'd like. This is a dual zone setup. Camera, so you can control your rear vision camera right here, and you do have trajectory lines that come on, and they do turn when you turn the steering wheel. Trailer hitch, so you can get a single line and get an idea of where your hitch is, and a hitch view. Marketplace, Sirius XM, and My Chevrolet, and swiping over you see what you are listening to. And then down below we do have our dual zone climate control setup. So in order to adjust the temperature, you actually, now these vents here, they're like aircraft style vents where you have to twist this knob to open and close them and adjust them. But if you want to adjust the temperature, you have to turn the outside of them like the Camaro. So that's pretty cool. And you can of course synchronize the temperature, and the passenger can also have their own independent temperature as well. And you can turn the climate control on and off. Sync, auto, recirculation, air conditioning are different modes. And then we do have our tri-stage heated and tri-stage ventilated seats. And that's the same setup here for the passenger. And then we do have our different fan speed right here, and our front and rear defrost. And then our USB Type-C, Type-A, and then a little storage area right here. And I like how on the sides it is nice stitched leather. And right here we do have that same gloss material of the black that has the metallic flake in it. In our shifter here, this is of course the 9-speed that I mentioned when we are going through the powertrain, the engine. And you do have low gear mode, and you can use it via the plus and minus buttons right here, the rockers. You can see L1, L2, L3. It's not really meant to be used as a manual mode. Let's say we put it in L5, since it's a 9-speed, we're still in first gear, but we're telling the transmission not to exceed 5th gear. So if you're going downhill and you want to manage the transmission or towing a trailer, you can. And of course, putting it in reverse does display your camera system. And the shifter is in a nice leather boot with more of that red stitching, and you do get the RS logo on the shifter itself. 2 cup holders right here with gloss accents. And you do have parking sensors that you can activate and deactivate, and your lane keeping assist, which you can also activate and deactivate. And what lane keeping assist is when the vehicle begins to drift out of its lane or depart out of its lane, it will alert you and try to nudge you back into your lane. And this is the rotary dial for your twin clutch all-wheel drive system. So as you can see, it has 2X. We are in front wheel drive, 1 rotation over. We are now in all-wheel drive. Another rotation. We are in sport mode. Right here, this is off-road mode, and then this is the tow and haul mode. So we are still in all-wheel drive, but now we can pull that 4,500 pounds. And then another rotation to the right. We are now back in front-wheel drive mode. And a little storage area right here, and your center console. It is stitched leather and very soft and plush. And opening it up, we do have a paper holder right here, and it is fairly decently sized, and you have a mat that you can remove, and you have a cigarette lighter right here, and a USB type A and C, and an SD card right there. And everything in this interior has a nice fit and finish. There really is no panel gaps or anything. And coming across the entire dashboard here, this is all that same red stitched leather, and the front right here, and then this is that same black gloss material with the metal flake in it. And coming up top, this is our auto dimming rear view mirror. And if you notice, we don't have that camera mirror system. This is just the standard mirror. On other blades, this would be a toggle that you could flip back, and it would display a camera system, so you can see an unobstructed view behind you, and that would also give you the 360 cameras, so you could see all throughout your vehicle in a bird's eye view. And yeah, I'll just give you all that camera system. And we do have the upgraded 8-speaker center point audio system by Bose, so we do have the more upscale sound system for this vehicle. And coming to our visors, they do slowly illuminate, and they are detachable, and they do slide. And that's the same setup for this side as well. And coming to our headliner controls, we do have our LED lights right here, LED map lights, and the headliner itself is black. Sunglass container right here, and there actually is a nice cloth material in it, so you don't scuff up your glasses. three garage link right here, and this control, or both of these toggles, will actually open and close our sunshade. And this being a dark cabin, this lets a lot of light in, and you can vent and fully open your panoramic sunroof. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rear seating area of the Blazer. Right, so we have that same door panel material with the hard touch up top and a door lock, and right here this nice soft padded leather and the stitch padded leather down below, and our same silver accented door handle and a window switch. And right here, this is the button for the heated rear seats. So we do have dual mat pockets on the backs of the seats, our air vents back here, household outlet, and our USB type A and type C, and more storage down below right here. So there is only one stage, single stage heated seats back here, so you'd say either on or off, you can't pick your heating level. And then our LED light right here, and handle with a coat hook, and you do have Bluetooth microphones around the cabin. And right here, of course, we do have our cup holders with our armrest and our headrest with the button that does fold down the headrest. And these are 60/40 split folding seats. And also there is a lever right here that you can tug to recline the seats backwards and forwards. See, this is how far back the panoramic sunroof goes. And me being 5'10", this seat is adjusted to my seating position, so I'll shut the door so the glare doesn't come in. And I have roughly about 4 or 5 inches of room behind my legs, or in front of my legs, excuse me, so very good room. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cargo quarters of the Blazer. All right, so we're at the back of the Blazer. So the key fob's on me. I'm gonna place the key in my pocket. I've shown you this on the Tahoe and Suburban that I did. This does have the hands-free liftgate, so the way you can open the liftgate, of course, is the key fob, the button right there, the button inside, or the hands-free liftgate. It's trial and error using this, so I'm gonna see if it works first try here, but it does. So if you have your hands full of groceries and you can't reach in your purse or pocket to get your key fob, you can kick hands-free. And of course I will have these, well, these are the floor mats. I will have the specs and annotations showing the cargo capacity, but if you wanna fold down the seats, you first have to fold down your headrests, and then on either side you have these handles that will fold the seats. And when that gets fully flat, this is a fully flat cargo floor. And then down below we do have our spare tire and jack, a full-size spare tire, shall I say. And more storage on either side as well, and you do have LED illumination. And then to close the liftgate, you can use any previous method I mentioned, or the button right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the front passenger seat of the Blazer. And this is a 4-way adjusting seat, or actually, excuse me, a 6-way, because you have back and forth, up and down, and then the reclining, so you don't have lumbar adjusting. You do have power door locks and the silver accent handle with your window controls, and that same door panel material as the driver's door, and that gloss black finish. And so stepping inside, I'll adjust the seat to how I would sit. And I have plenty of legroom and headroom. I feel very comfortable in here. Sorry if I'm breathing a little hard. I don't know why I am, but you have the same setup right here for your sun visor. It slowly illuminates. And another handle right here with a Bluetooth microphone. But overall, this is a very good family vehicle for sure. Very comfortable, and it looks really, really good, I have to say. I think this is probably the best looking mid-size crossover I have seen on the market today. Alright, so checking out the window sticker. This is, of course, a 2021 Blazer RS all-wheel drive. Exterior is black with jet black interior. 3.6 liter V6. Has the SIDI DOHC engine. So the standard vehicle price is $43,700, but we have our vehicle price MSRPs at $49,150. 19 miles per gallon city, 26 highway with 21 miles per gallon combined, and an average of 4.8 gallons per 100 miles driven. Alright, well, if you have made it this far in the video, I'm just going to assume that you found this video informative and enjoyable. So if you have, I ask that you consider leaving a like and or subscribing, and thank you for watching.